Welcome to Fun Tower Kitchen. Here's your host, Rockin' Sedaille.
Thank you, me. That was me introing this episode of Fun Tower Kitchen. And if you would like to intro a show, simply record yourself saying, "Welcome to Fun Tower Kitchen. Here's your host, Rockin' Sedaille." And you can send it to me via email or through Facebook, and maybe we'll use it. So, we've got our sauce that we made yesterday. We made chicken parmesan, which was fantastic. And today, look what I found in the grocery store. Isn't that nice? We're gonna make eggplant rollatini. Okay, I've got my meat slicer out, and I'm gonna use it to slice this eggplant to a thickness of about maybe 1/8 of an inch. I'm not going to show you because, I have to use this meat slicer in an unconventional way, because see how the slider only goes back this far, but my eggplant is quite a bit longer. So I don't want to show you how I'm going to do this, but do take note that I have 10 fingers right now. Okay, well, that was an adventure, and still have 5 fingers. I won't tell you how I did it, but I did it. And we've got our eggplant about 1/8 of an inch. And these are perfect for eggplant rollatini because the slices are nice and long. We'll be able to roll it up. Okay, I've cracked 5 eggs. I'm gonna scramble those up. There we go. And I'm going to use some store-bought Italian breadcrumbs. I like these. These are Colonna breadcrumbs. I get them at ShopRite. We're going to use the Italian flavored. Put them in here. And I always like to take, these are the plain actually. I'm going to take some of these and just put them on the pan to keep the eggplant from sticking. Just like that. All right, here we go. We're going to take our eggplant. We're going to dip it in the egg. I watched Sebi do this, and he presses the breadcrumbs down onto the eggplant, or whatever he's breading for that matter. Make sure you got a nice adhesion. And there you go. And put that right there like that. Okay, our eggplant is all breaded and ready to go. And it's not a bad idea to let it sit for 15 or 20 minutes so those breadcrumbs in the egg get adhered to the eggplant well. And then we're going to fry these up. Alrighty, over to the stove, and we're going to get our frying pan ready. I'm going to use a blend of olive oil. A lot of restaurants use an oil blend when they're frying. Just a little more economical, I think. So we'll let that get up to temperature. So while the oil is heating up on the stove, I thought we could grate up some of our provolone cheese. This provolone is called Supremo provolone. It's actually made in Wisconsin, but it has a nice texture to it when it melts, and I think it tastes very good. And again, I think you can only buy this at Restaurant Depot. I've not seen it retail. There we go. Now, this last piece here is for eating. To the provolone cheese, we're going to add some Pecorino Romano and some Parmesan cheese. Toss it up, and our rollatini filling is ready. And our oil is up to temperature. You can see the little bubbles coming up from the skewer. And we'll start frying our eggplant. You don't want to crowd too many pieces in at once. So we're going to go with we're going to go with 3 at a time, obviously. get out our trusty wooden spoon. This is my favorite tool right here. This flat wooden spoon. I love this. Okay, just a minute or two on each side, really. That's all you want to do. That's perfect. All right, ready to take these out. More wood, Mama Bee. Gotta have the wood. Mama Bee loves wood. She's throwing her shoes at the monitor right about now. So our pieces are starting to get big. So it looks like we're down to 2. All right, the last of our eggplant is done. When you fry it up, you don't want it to be too crispy and brown. You want it to be able to bend. See how it's bending? Because you need to roll that eggplant up. And I've also been sprinkling just a little bit of salt as they come out. We are now ready to make our rollatinis. And the first thing I want to do is I want to take a little bit of this sauce. Just put it in the bottom of the pan. This is yesterday's tomato sauce that we made chicken parm with. Now we're going to start making the rollatini. We're going to roll from the narrow end upward, and I'm just going to work right off of this sheet. I've got my cheese over here, so we're just going to take a little bit of the cheese. I was a little upset. I was over at ShopRite because I wanted to put prosciutto in here, and my favorite brand is Carando, which I think is a nice mild prosciutto, and it does not overpower the eggplant rollatini. They were out of it. Well, at least that's what they told me. The kid said, let me go in the back and check. When they say that, do they really go in the back and check? Check that out. Our rollatinis are lined up nicely. We're going to take yesterday's tomato sauce, and we're just going to put it over each rollatini. Look at that, right down to the last drop of sauce. Our weekend sauce is officially used up. And I've got some leftover cheese here. Put that over the top, like that. Again, the oven is set to 325. I'm gonna put it in there about 20-25 minutes. I think what I'm going to do is drizzle just a little bit. Sebi would probably cringe if he saw me doing this because he doesn't like too much oil. But I'm just putting that much. A little bit of oil over the top. That's a heavy tray. Alrighty, we'll let that sit in there for about 25 minutes at 325 degrees. Okay, we've got some time to kill while the eggplant rollatini is cooking. So I thought I would make a little surprise. Come with me. Okay, we're back over at the stove. I've taken the oil from the eggplant, put it through a strainer. I'm gonna put it back into this frying pan that I've cleaned all the breadcrumbs out of. Don't want to get any of that in there, so we'll stop right there. Add a little bit of vegetable oil, like that. A little more. And then we're going to get that up to frying temperature. And now for the surprise. I've got some shrimp here that's all peeled, ready to go. And we're going to make some fried shrimp. And we're going to make it very simple. I'm going to toss these shrimp in flour. That's it. And we're going to put it into the oil. Okay, I've got some flour in a bowl. My favorite flour is Hecker's. I love this stuff. Fantastic flour. We'll take our shrimp, we're going to throw it right in there. Get in there with our hands and just toss it up in flour. Flour, that's it. Nothing else. Okay, back over to the stove. Check to see if our oil is up to temperature, and it is. Just going to drop our shrimp right in there. All right. Shrimp is frying away. Okay, our shrimp is done. A little bit of salt on our shrimp. Perfect. Man, what a mess over there. This kitchen got a workout today, let me tell you. We're having eggplant rollatini, and I thought I'd make a fried shrimp surprise.
Okay.
Not only is it a surprise, but it's surprisingly easy to make. It's just shrimp and flour and a little bit of salt, that's it. No egg or anything. And we're using Kelchner's cocktail sauce. This stuff is so good that it actually earned a spot right there at the fish counter. And of course, Sebby's eggplant rollatini. I told them about the fact that there was no Carando prosciutto, so we're just going with cheese. And give it a try. That is really good. You know, the tomato sauce that I made yesterday, we used it right down to the last drop.
Wow. So this is it?
Mm-hmm. Eggplant rollatini, fried shrimp, and Coke Zero today. Cheers. Thank you for watching.